earlier this week, we showed you the footage of the police officers. One, the guy who was inside actually taking selfie with the people who stormed the Capitol. And also the video of the cops removing the barricades so that the angry, crazed Trump supporters could make their way into the Capitol. Now, the police chief of the Capitol Police announced this week after the riot happened that he was resigning. You know, he admits, yeah, we screwed up apparently, so I'm gonna resign. I'm not gonna have this job anymore. But that's not good enough. There has to be a full-scale investigation into not just the failures of the Capitol Police, but also their apparent complicity with what took place there. And that is exactly what a group, the Partnership for Civil Justice Fund, this week has demanded that there be an investigation into the failings and the activities of these police officers. And I wholeheartedly support this, but I do not want a grand jury appointed to do this. I do not want the police to look at it and send it over to internal affairs and say, hey, look into this. We know how those end. We absolutely know how those end. Even when there is video footage, in so many cases as we've seen in the past, of officers committing these horrible atrocities, they don't get charged. We saw that earlier this week. So no, I do not want the police to be the ones conducting the investigation into themselves, because they will always, when given the opportunity, clear themselves of any wrongdoing. What needs to happen is we should have hearings on Capitol Hill, in that room where those protesters, as the media still calls them, they're terrorists, in that room where they broke into, in that room where they acted like, well, we pay tax dollars, it's ours, is what they're saying now. No. Members of the House of Representatives need to have hearings, and they need to call these police officers in there. It shouldn't be that hard to find them. They're on video. And they should have to answer for what they did and why they did it. Because here's the thing. Two possible outcomes here from these police officers who made these decisions. And one of them, by the way, died from injuries sustained from these individuals. So I would think these police officers would also want some answers. But here's the thing. Here's what could possibly happen is, one, you find out that some of these officers, these are their people. That doesn't seem very far-fetched, and I'm willing to bet that that is probably, like 99.9% would likely happen. The other possibility is that these cops admit, well, we were terrified. We didn't know how to handle this situation. Fantastic. Thank you for admitting that. Let's start reforming the police and giving them proper training so that they know how to do these things without killing human beings. There was one woman who was a pro-Trump rioter who got into the Capitol. She was killed. She was killed by police officers there. And I don't care that she's on the other side or she was doing something illegal. She's now dead because these officers, 3 of them, I believe it was, according to Sean King, killed her. We didn't want that to happen. Even if it's somebody we don't agree with or somebody we don't even like, she shouldn't be shot dead in the Capitol building by police. She shouldn't be shot dead anywhere by police. Like, that's what we're trying to stop. It doesn't matter who you are. So yes, there has to be investigations, but it cannot be done by the police. They will clear themselves. They'll pat themselves on the back. And the worst thing that'll happen is maybe a couple of these cops get a couple days of paid vacation out of it. No. Haul them into the Capitol. Put a camera in front of their faces and demand that they explain what the hell happened.